Why do empaths always seem to absorb the negative energy in the room? You walk in feeling fine, but after being around someone angry, stressed, or chaotic, suddenly you feel heavy and drained. It's like their emotions became yours. For empaths, this experience is all too familiar. But why does it happen? And more importantly, can you stop it? Today, we'll break down the psychology of why empaths absorb negative energy, the real-life experiences that describe it, and the key shifts that can help you protect your peace without losing your compassion. For an empath, emotions are not just observed, they're absorbed. Think of your nervous system like an antenna. Where most people pick up faint background noise, empaths pick up the full signal. Anger, sadness, anxiety. It doesn't just stay with the other person. It enters your body, activating your stress response, as if you were the one experiencing it. Science offers one explanation in the form of mirror neurons, the cells in the brain that allow us to empathize and mirror another's emotions. For highly sensitive people, these neurons may fire more intensely, meaning they don't just notice another person's feelings, they actually feel them. Combine that with a nervous system that's naturally heightened, and suddenly, someone else's mood can completely shift your own. But here's something many empaths notice. The negative energy always seems stronger than the positive. But why? The answer lies in survival. The human brain is wired with a negativity bias, an instinct to detect threats faster than safety. It's the same survival mechanism that once kept humans alert to predators. But for empaths, especially those shaped by trauma, this wiring is amplified. If you grew up in an unstable environment, you learned to scan the room constantly. You anticipated outbursts, watched for danger, and absorbed tension before it exploded. That survival skill doesn't go away in adulthood. Instead, it means that anger, stress, or sadness doesn't just register, it dominates. Over time, this constant absorption has a cost. Empaths often describe feeling foggy, resentful, or completely drained after being around certain people. Some avoid crowds or social gatherings because the collective energy is simply too overwhelming. Others find themselves exhausted by family or coworkers, not because of the tasks, but because of the emotions they carry. This is often called empath burnout. It's not just mental exhaustion, it's the nervous system reaching its limit after carrying emotions that don't even belong to you. Scientific research describes the reasons for this absorption in very specific ways. Lack of emotional or energetic boundaries. Unlike most people, empaths often lack the natural filters that block out external energy. It's like having an open membrane or auric boundary that allows other people's emotions to seep in. Mutual resonance. When someone nearby feels sadness, anxiety, or anger, the empath resonates so strongly with that emotion that their own energy begins to match it. They don't just notice the frequency, they tune into it. The impulse to fix or carry pain. Many empaths feel an unconscious drive to ease the suffering of others. Without realizing it, they take on that negative energy as if they're helping to carry the burden. Difficulty distinguishing emotions. Often, empaths don't even realize that the strong feelings they're carrying aren't their own. They internalize them, and suddenly what belonged to someone else feels like it belongs to them. When this happens over and over again, the empath is left confused, emotionally exhausted, and overwhelmed, wondering why they can't simply shake off the feelings of others. The truth is, you may never stop noticing energy. That's part of who you are. But you can learn to stop absorbing it. The key is shifting from absorption to observation. You can care without wearing others' emotions. You can sense deeply without being consumed. Here are several ways to start. Establish clear boundaries. Boundaries aren't just external rules, they're energetic filters. Practicing how to say no to draining people or situations is one of the strongest protections an empath can have. And saying no doesn't require explanation, it is a complete sentence. Another form of boundary is limiting exposure. If you know certain people or environments consistently drain you, give yourself permission to reduce contact. And when you can't avoid it, schedule recovery time afterward. Develop self-awareness and differentiation. One of the most powerful skills for an empath is learning to identify their own baseline. Spend time alone and notice what your emotions feel like when you are balanced. Then, when your mood suddenly shifts around someone else, pause and ask, is this mine or is this someone else's? If it's not yours, state firmly to yourself, this is not mine, I return this energy. Prioritize downtime. Empaths need solitude, the way lungs need oxygen. Alone time isn't selfish, it's maintenance. Regularly protect quiet space where you can decompress, process your own emotions, and reset your energy. Use grounding exercises. Simple exercises like deep breathing, walking in nature, visualizing a protective shield, or praying if you're spiritual, can help your nervous system feel safe. These practices send a signal that you don't need to carry what doesn't belong to you. Being an empath doesn't mean you have to live as an emotional sponge. Yes, you're wired to notice deeply, but sensitivity becomes strength when paired with boundaries. So, the next time you feel negative energy creeping in, remember, you can notice it without absorbing it. You can be compassionate without carrying the burden. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you feel negative energy more strongly than positive? Comment below. Your story may resonate with someone else who feels the same. And if this video helped you understand empaths in a new way, subscribe to Empathy and Boundaries for more explainers on emotional health, boundaries, and the psychology of sensitivity.